You know that saying about waiting for a bus and then 3 come along at once? Well, I found out that's also true for low profile keyboards as well. A few months ago, I made a video comparing what, back then, were considered the best low-profile 75% size keyboards you could buy. Well, in that time, 2 of these brands have released updated products, and a cheeky pretender to the low-profile throne has emerged that has got keyboard nerds in a bit of a kerfuffle. Well, I'm back for the rematch, and I reckon this is going to be a much tougher call to make this time round. And just to save you skipping, I'm not going to pronounce a winner here. These are all so similar that I'm going to explore all the key differences and then let you make your mind up about which one of these could work best for you. We'll look at pricing, design and build quality, functionality and features, and of course that all important typing feel and sound. Let's go. I normally finish up with pricing, but today I'm going to start here so that you can have a think as we go through about whether the price makes sense in terms of things like features, build quality, and typing experience. Now the Lofree Flow is the most expensive of the bunch at $159. The Nuphy Air75 version 2 comes in at just under $120, and the Keychron K3 Max is the only one sub $100 at $94. Though obviously none of that includes shipping, so just watch out for that depending on where you live. So there's a fair range here, but ultimately when you can go off and spend serious money on a mechanical keyboard, all of these low profile options are in the affordable mid-range when it comes to most budgets. Let's move on to take a look at design and build quality, starting with the Lofree Flow then. This is a pretty minimalist unboxing experience. You get the USB-C cable and the keyboard in the box. That's about it. Moving on to the Air75 version 2, there's a bit more included here. Alongside the keyboard, you'll get a braided USB-C cable, a keycap and switch puller, some spare keycaps, a bunch of extra switches, along with a 2.4G wireless dongle. Oh, and these funky little stickers. Onto the K3 Max, here we get another nice braided cable, a USB-A to USB-C adapter, a keycap puller, some spare keycaps, a 2.4G wireless dongle, and their brand new board, of course, too. If we check out the materials and build quality, the Lofree Flow has an all aluminium design which looks really sleek and just screams premium from top to bottom. You've got 2 colour options, white and black. You also get these flashes of copper accents on the side and on the feet. These feet aren't adjustable, by the way, but the keyboard is fixed in a nice, comfortable 3.5-degree angle for typing. Keycaps themselves are PPT die sub, and beneath those you get a bunch of sound absorbing materials and a gasket mount to boot to help make things as comfortable as possible. This is the only keyboard of the 3 that comes with a gasket mount, by the way. This also means the weight is kept to a minimum at just 568 grams. Let's see how the Air75 version 2 from Nuphy compares. This also features an aluminium frame, although the bottom case is ABS plastic, so you do get slightly more of a plasticky feel here. The colour of the frame and case is all colour matched throughout too, and you get 3 colour options to choose from. If we flip things over, we've got this rather nice metal brand plate and also these adjustable feet to help make the typing angle just right for you from 3.5 degrees through to 8.5 degrees. Now under these keycaps and switches, which are all hot swappable by the way, you'll find more dampening materials including foam and silicone to help improve the overall typing experience. Now this one is only slightly heavier than the Lofree at 598 grams. Onto the K3 Max then, this one also comes with an aluminium frame combined with ABS plastic and, surprise surprise, double shot PBT keycaps, which like the other 2 are spherical and angled. We also get adjustable feet on this one too, which offers 3 levels of typing angle to help with ergonomics. On the interior, we've got a redesigned acoustic setup that includes a PCB switch pad and latex foam. Now importantly, if you've got the K3 Pro or any of the other original K3 models, this acoustic dampening is one of the key differentiators on the K3 Max that you don't get on any previous K3 models. And weight-wise, this is the lightest of the 3, coming in at 525 grams. Let's take a look at features and functionality of these 3, and if you're buying a keyboard like this, there are some things that are probably going to be absolute deal breakers. Now there are lots of things that we could explore here, but I'm going to stick to the basics: connectivity, battery capacity and life, lighting and customization. Now if there's anything else you want to know that's not covered here, just drop me a comment below and I'll do my best to help. Let's start with connectivity for a start. Now the good news is all 3 of these keyboards will let you connect via a wired setup, as well as offer Bluetooth connections to link up to 3 devices. However, only the Air75 and the K3 Max will let you connect via a 2.4G wireless adapter. Now if you've never heard of one of these, chances are you're not going to need it, but if for example you're a gamer and you're wanting to use one of these for low latency gaming over a wireless connection, it's important to know that only 2 of these keyboards offer this option. and both the Air75 and K3 Max will give you 1000 Hz polling rate if you're using the 2.4G dongle, which is about as good as it gets. Now of course, if you're planning on using the keyboard in any kind of wireless mode, you're going to want a decent battery life, and here things start to differ. Now the Lofree Flow has a 2000 mAh battery which they say will provide up to 40 hours of non-stop work and can fast charge from empty in just 3 hours. Nuphy's Air75 version 2 on the other hand provides double the battery capacity of the Lofree, and with the lights off will run up to 220 hours in Bluetooth mode. Keychron's K3 Max has got the smallest battery capacity, which is of course where the trade-off comes on the weight front, and they say with the backlights on this will give you up to 40 hours of use, or with the backlights on you'll get 78 hours of use, which is pretty interesting. Let's move on to customization options, as one of the key features of these types of keyboards is that you can set them up to be just as you like them and switch out some or all of these switches to craft your own unique typing experience. Now don't get too excited though, because there are some limits here. Lofree does let you swap out your switches and keycaps, but have a limited range to choose from as all their compatible options are produced in-house. There's Ghost switches which are linear, Phantom which are tactile, or Wizard which are clicky. Likewise, if you want extra keycaps, there are a number of options to choose from that Lofree provide. These can get quite pricey though, so do be warned. It doesn't work with any customization software either, so the layout you get is the layout you're stuck with unless you go digging around in your computer operating system to reconfigure how the keys are used. Onto Nuphy, we've already talked about their colour options and there's plenty more customization too. Nuphy offer a range of other compatible PBT keycaps, including this rather cool Christmas set, and likewise there are 7 different switch types to choose from, including the usual red, brown and blue options, plus their own aloe, cowberry, wisteria and moss switches. Now the Air75 version 2 is VIA compatible, which also means you can create your own custom layouts, macros and options alongside a variety of different lighting effects. And then with Keychron's K3 Max, this is compatible with Keychron's low profile mechanical switches in red, blue or brown. It is worth noting that you only get the ability to swap these out if you pay a bit extra for the RGB version. If you've got the white backlight like this one I've got, you can't swap the switches. Even if you do pay the extra for the RGB version, it is still however cheaper than the other 2 keyboards we're looking at here. Keychron offer a range of low profile double shot PBT keycaps which you can swap out if you don't care much for this classic grey or orange look. Oh, and by the way, if you're interested in using optical switches, you cannot use them on any of these keyboards. For now anyway. Next up, lighting. Now I've made no secret on this channel that I'm completely unbothered by having a light up keyboard, but I do understand that this is important for some people, especially if you're a gamer or you're the sort of person who likes to burn the midnight oil writing or coding. Just FYI, I'm the kind of guy who's usually in bed by 9 PM most nights with a cup of tea and a spot of Netflix and chill. Usually minus the chill and the Netflix. With the Lofree, the light setup is pretty low key. You get these nice subtle side lights which are down facing and illuminate either side of the board in a small selection of colours. You also get a light on the front which also comes on when the keyboard needs charging or is charging. The backlight on the keys, however, is just a white LED. There's a variety of displays, but no colour options, nor the ability to have the light shine through on these keycaps. With the Air75, you get these funky RGB side lights as standard, which are both mesmerising and functional too, to let you know things like caps lock and battery status. The main backlight also comes with RGB as standard, with absolutely tons of different options for lighting displays. Actually, if you really want to get into this stuff, you can upload your own lighting programs using VIA, so there's theoretically an infinite number of light displays on offer here. As standard though, you don't get shine through keycaps, although you can pick up a set which work pretty well if you do need that feature. With the K3 Max, it's a similar story. This design where the keycaps sit flush against the frame don't allow for side lights, but there are a range of different backlights to choose from. 14 on the white version that I've got here, and then 22 options on the RGB version. Now, like the Nuphy, you can fine tune things like hue, saturation, brightness and speed with these, and customize the lighting however you wish. Likewise, this is not shine through as standard, but the extra keycap set that Keychron offer do include this feature if that's really important to you. So I've done my best there to showcase all the key differences and features, and they're going to come up in a table for you in just a second. Get ready to press pause and take a screenshot. Here you go. And you can see here why I really struggle to recommend a winner out of all of these. In their own way, they're all absolutely brilliant little 75% low profile keyboards, and it'll be up to you to decide which of their unique features gives you the options that ultimately make the most sense for your use case and for your budget. Let's finish off with some nice crispy audio of these keyboards in action so you can hear what they sound like. I've also included my specific colour and switch choices on screen too, just in case you want to pick up these exact options for yourself. There you go, folks. If you were thinking about buying any of these keyboards, I really hope that's helped you make your mind up. And if you're upgrading your keyboard to any of these options, let me know in the comments which of these you've gone for and why, and maybe add the company's hashtag to let me know you got this far. If you're still looking for keyboard recommendations, especially unusual ones, don't worry, I've got just the thing for you. Check out this video coming up in 3, 2,